Hello everyone, my name is Jenna. Welcome to another OSK review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Lionel station platform with the plug and expand play feature. Now I went to my local hobby train store and I came across one of these stations, and when I was looking around I came across one of these station platforms, and when I looked at it I actually really liked how it was designed, and when it actually caught my eye I was actually thinking about purchasing it, and what do you know, I actually ended up purchasing it, and ever since I purchased it I've been very pleased to own this. And in this review I'm basically going to show you guys how this is, or how this operates, and show you guys the features and the details that this station consists of. And after that I'll go ahead and show you guys how this operates when after we're done with taking a look at the details and the features of this that the station has to offer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, so before we get further into the review, I want to go ahead and show you guys the box that comes with the station. So the box is pretty simple. Simple, and there's not really much to the box. It's pretty simple. Now, if you do look inside, that is the manual. I will get into that in just a second. Might as well grab it while I'm doing this review, because of course I want to go ahead and show you guys everything that this station has to offer when you buy it. Alright, so this is what the box looks like. It is pretty simple. It's a pretty simple design. Of course, it has the very well known Lionel orange and blue, and also has the cream color as well. So on the box it says station platform, and this is where you'll be able to see the station, which I've already of course taken out. So as you can tell, it says Lionel expand plug expand play, which tells you that it has the feature. The Lionel logo, the price tag is up here, and then on the sides it does tell you the features. There's not really much to it, but it does basically explain what you do need to know. So the features is plug expand play, includes uniquely decorated billboards and fencing. The dimensions is 12 inches, the 12-inch length by 3 and 3/8 inches width by 5 inches tall. Then of course the information for Lionel, the website, and the phone number. And the other side is where the little sticker is on there and tells you exactly what this is. The Illuminated station platform. It says the same features, and also if you're interested in what exact station this is model 6-84318, and that is basically it. Now on the back you do have a couple of things from Lionel. I do want to move this to the side a little bit, because I kind of did have this in a little off center. So basically this talks about the other accessories made by Lionel. So you do have the model 637112, the helicopter accessory 2-pack, the boat for boat loader 4-pack, model 6-37834, and then the airplane accessory 2-pack, which is 6-37855. Very nice little accessories made by Lionel. And of course, with the boxes, with basically almost all Lionel boxes, they do also show you other accessories that you can purchase from them. So that is the box for the station platform. Alright, so before we get further, I want to go ahead and quickly show you guys the manual that is included in this. So it says Lionel plug expand play lighted accessory owner's manual. So basically this shows you how it just says thank you for your purchase of the Lionel plug expand play accessory lighted by LEDs. These accessories are simple to install and allow easy for installation on any train layout. And of course, be sure that your trains clear the accessory. So it says wiring your accessory to plug expand play lock on. Basically shows you how you can connect it. So you do have to get the plug expand play accessory. That's of course what you need at first, and then of course it has a 3-pin male connector. And then it should, now there is a few ways you can plug this in. So there is the plug expand play track, which I do have, and I will show you guys. And then you basically simply plug in the 3-pin male connector into it, and it simply will just lock on, and and will work pretty simply. Now this is the other way. There is the auxiliary power supply that you can actually add in if you do desire to have that. And then of course there's the male connector, and then the power block lock-on. Now this is also for connecting your accessory to fast track and tubular track. Of course, the tubular track is of course basically the classic like standard gauge and standard gauge track that Lionel used to use back in the day. So of course you got fast track, and to wire this up you would basically simply wire this up on the underside of the fast track, and there would be these two nodal terminals on the bottom of the fast track, and you would basically connect the black wire and the red wire to that, and it would simply light up just like that. And you would need a 3-pin female connector in order to do that. And then there's also another way, as you can actually connect the you can actually connect it with a 3-pin with a female connector like that, and it would simply connect to the tubular track like that with the terminals. And it is just a universal lock-on you can actually purchase by Lionel. And that's how you would basically do that for the fast track once again. And then after that you have connecting your accessory to a transformer, simply connecting the female connector to the accessory terminals on the transformer, and the one that is displayed on the picture is the Power Max Plus by Lionel, which I do have, but it does not have the accessory terminals. It only does have the track terminals on it. But you basically just need a 3-pin male connector, and just goes right into the accessory, and you would be good to go. And basically that's how you would power it up. And then this is the wiring and operation. If you do choose to do that for the TMCC or Legacy or SC-2 wiring operation. And then after that it's the ASC and ASC2 wiring and operation. And that's how you would, that's the how you exactly do it. And then basically it says for replacing the LCD, it says your accessory is illuminated with LED that is expected to last for the life of an accessory. The LED is not user serviceable, and if service is required, we recommend that you have your accessory service at a Lionel factory trained authorized service station or Lionel service. And that's basically it. And then on the back you have the warranty and policy service for Lionel, and you would put your name, address, place of purchase, date of purchase, and product number if you do have any problems with it. And you have to have the original sales receipt and other stuff. So a very useful manual. Now you can tell that this is for all plug, expand, play lighted accessories, because it does not say illuminated station platform. It says plug, expand, play lighted accessory. So probably in all lighted accessories for plug and play would most likely have all that. So there you have it. Alright, and now it's time to take a look at the station and its features. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the top and then make our way to the bottom. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the top first, and for the top you have some pretty cool little metal decorations on the top. Now when I first look at this thing, the little decoration on the top, it really reminded me of like a jingle bell. I don't know if that's only me that can see that, but it definitely reminds me of a jingle bell, and it's definitely made of like the same material and the same type of metal that would be used to make those little jingle bells. Now, it is all on top of the station, for all three supports on the station. And then below that you also have the shingle design on the top of the roof of the station, and it does have the green color on top of it. Now on our way to the middle of the station, you have the 3 supports on the bottom or in the middle, and over here, of course, to go with the 3 metal pieces on top. Now, in the middle of the station, you have a very nicely made fencing. I really do love the design on it. It is a pretty well-known design for fencing. Now, this is, of course, the spotlight of the fencing and probably the spotlight of the whole entire station, and that is the uniquely designed billboards on the fencing. I absolutely love the fencing on, or love the billboards on the fencing, especially because of what is on the billboards, and that is, of course, different types of trains. So on the far left, you have the Crescent Limited logo, of course, one of the well-known limited trains back in the 1930s and 40s. Then after that, you have the Southern. Oh, I forgot to mention that this is the Southern Crescent Limited. Right here, you have the Southern Pacific Daylight logo, which is found on the side of the engine. And then right here, of course, we have the Santa Fe Super Chief logo. Really, really nice. You have the Native American on the front, which is very nicely made. And then right here, you have the Union Pacific logo. Now, you may kind of be wondering, like, how come there's like 3 different trains, like Crescent Limited, Daylight, Super Chief, and then you have Union Pacific? It's like you have 3 trains, and then you have a railroad. And so it like kind of gives you like questions, gives you a question like, why did Lionel do that? But I don't really, I'm not picky about that. Like, I'm not someone who would want to have all train billboards. I just think it's still cool regardless, even though it's a railroad and the 3 others are trains. But regardless of it, I still think it's pretty cool regardless, and I really do love that Lionel decided to put billboards like this, because I thought that was just a really cool idea made by Lionel. And then for the base, you have just a, I believe this is supposed to be designed like wood. I'm not 100% sure if this is supposed to be designed like wood or not, but I believe it could be. And it could be like the old type of stations where they would use wood for the platforms. And this looks like this would be the painted type of wood. And also over here, you may be wondering what this hole is for, and that is actually for the nails. So if you want to, of course, make sure that your station is in your track completely, or not in your track, if you want to make sure that your station does not go anywhere on your table, and you want it to permanently be on your table, or not really permanently, but you want it to be in the place that you want it to be, well, simply just stick a nail in there, and you basically just nail it in, and it would be nice and secure inside or on the table. But of course, you can always remove the nail when you, of course, use a simple hammer and just, of course, lift it up, and it should come right off. Now there is 2 holes just like this. There is holes on both sides. There's one over here, and then there's one just over there. So of course it can be nice and even, and it will not be just one side with the nail and then the other side would be all loose. It's a lot more better, of course, to have 1 and 2 sides. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention, there is this little pipe right here, and this is supposed to look like a pipe for like the gutters or something like that, and I think that's pretty awesome. But there's actually a different purpose for that than you think it is. You may think that it's just decoration, but it's actually for something else, and that is actually for the lighting of the station. That is of course the purpose of the plug and play feature of the station. So if you look at the top of the station, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my flash. You can see a little bit more better. So if you look at the bottom, you can see that little pole is up there, and it goes up to the top, and then you can see some wiring is all around the top of the station, and it's very nicely hidden by Lionel. And then, as you can tell, you have the 2 lamps on the station, and as you can see, you can tell that they are, of course, LED lights, because you can see the yellow. That's, of course, the LEDs itself. And so very, very nicely designed by Lionel. But you may be wondering, how does the wires go up there, but where is it going to? Well, here's a look at the bottom, and as you can tell, this is obviously that metal pipe that we saw earlier. And so as you can tell, this is the wires that go up to the lamps. And so it goes into this plug, and it goes into this plug, and as you can tell, it's going down a little hole. And that's actually how I'm operating it at this time. There's a little hole that I actually drilled into my table, and that actually goes into the plug and play plug right over here. So over here, I'm going to move this out of the way. You can see a little hole right here, and this is the plug and play plug that comes with, that is attached to the station itself. So it's a little tight in here because this is a brand new track, and it's a brand new track going to a brand new plug, so it's a little stiff in there. There we go. So this is what the plug and play plug looks like. The first thing that comes to mind when I look at this is it reminds me of a LAN cable. I don't know why. It could be also some of you guys who could also agree with me that it looks like a plug and play, or the plug and play looks like a LAN cable. And then as you can see, there is where the cable goes into, and it goes right into the track. Basically, what it does is that when the power is going through the track, the power also goes into here, and that's where you can plug in your accessory, and that's of course where you simply plug in your accessory into. It's a little tough right now because it's still a brand new track, and simply you plug it into there. So of course, when you add when you add power to the track, you would simply, of course, when you turn on the power, you would see the little LED light right here light up, and then of course you will start to see your station light up, which we'll get into right now. Now I do have pretty bright lights in my area right now, but I won't shut off the lights so you can actually get a good look of the station in action. But if you look right here, and I'm going to turn on the power right now, so you see the light starting to light up, and if you look closely, you can actually see the LED lights lighting up. There you go. You can actually see the LED lights working. Both of them work very well, and when you have this in the dark, you can actually see the station lit up very, very well, which I'll get right into right now. Alright, so it is pitch black in my area right now, but that just adds to how bright this LED light actually is. So let's go ahead and power it up, and let's see how it looks. So I just added the power right now, and voila, that's the station lit up, and it's actually very, very bright. Of course, it is bright. No, this is not really how it is in real life. This is actually how it is. I had to change the settings and change the brightness and open. So this is what the station looks like. It's very nicely lit. It does light up basically parts of the area where the station is, and it does light up the platform very nicely. If you look at the bottom, as you can tell, very, very bright LED lights, and they should last a lifetime. So they are very, very nicely made, and that is the station. And so that is the review on the Lionel. And so that's the review on the Lionel Illuminated station platform. If you're looking to purchase this item, the retail price on this item is right around $43, but I'm sure you can get this on I'm pretty sure you can probably get this for a much more better deal than $43, because when I went to my local hobby store, I was able to get this for a much more better price than $43. I was able to get it for just $38. So I did get a significant drop for the pricing. So I definitely recommend getting this product, especially if you're a fan of all 4 of these railroads and trains, and especially if you're into the older style stations. I definitely recommend getting one of these. And so with that being said, thank you guys for joining me in today's review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, the retail price is right around $43, and I'm sure you can get a pretty good discount on that if you find this at a local chain store, or local hobby store, or also find this online for a cheaper price as well. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys next time.